Have you ever wondered how bees make honey, that sweet golden nectar we all love? As we embark on this delicious journey, let's start by acknowledging the extraordinary role bees play in nature. They're not just buzzing about aimlessly, oh no, they're hard at work as some of the planet's most essential pollinators. These tiny creatures, with their fascinating social structure, keep our world blooming and fruitful. From the queen bee to the diligent worker bees, each member of the hive plays a crucial part. They work in harmony, dancing their way from flower to flower, collecting nectar and pollinating plants in the process. But amidst all this, there's something even more magical happening. This bustling hive of activity is the birthplace of honey, a sweet treat loved by many across the globe. But how do these industrious insects transform simple nectar into this liquid gold? The answer lies in an intricate and truly fascinating process. So how do these small insects create this liquid gold? Let's dive into the intricate process. The first step in honey production begins with bees leaving their hive in search of flowers. These diligent workers, known as forager bees, embark on a mission to find the sweetest blooms, guided by a keen sense of smell and a deep-seated love for nectar. Once they've located a flower, they use their long, tube-shaped tongues, called proboscises, to reach into the flower and lap up the nectar. This nectar is then stored in a special organ known as the honey stomach. It's a separate compartment from their regular stomach, dedicated solely to nectar storage. Now, the magic begins. Inside the honey stomach, a cocktail of enzymes starts to break down the nectar, transforming its complex sugars into simpler ones. This is the first step of turning nectar into honey. It's a process that not only makes the honey easier to digest for the bees, but also helps to preserve it for longer periods. Once their honey stomach is full, the bees fly back to their hive, ready for the next step in honey production. Back at the hive, the process of turning nectar into honey really begins. The forager bees pass on the nectar to their hive mates, the house bees. These house bees are the hive's nectar chefs. They take the nectar, which is mostly water and complex sugars, and they add enzymes from their own bodies. These enzymes start to break down the complex sugars into simpler ones, essentially pre-digesting the nectar. Next, the bees store this enzyme-rich nectar in the honeycomb cells. These cells are like tiny natural evaporation pans. Bees then fan the nectar with their wings, creating a draft through the hive. This draft helps to evaporate the water, thickening the nectar into a syrupy consistency. The bees keep fanning until the nectar transforms into honey, which is much less likely to ferment or attract pests. Finally, when the honey is ready, bees seal the honeycomb cell with a wax lid to keep it clean and safe. Their sweet treasure is now ready. But how does this honey end up on our breakfast tables? A question that leads us to the final chapter of our honey journey, the beekeepers. These are the guardians of our sweet treasure who carefully harvest honey. They wield tools like the smoker and the hive tool to gently coax the bees away from the honeycomb. And with a delicate balance, they ensure they don't take too much, leaving enough for the bees to survive the winter. Once harvested, honey finds its way into our homes, and oh, the myriad uses it has. It's the golden drizzle on our morning pancakes, the soothing ingredient in our bedtime tea. It's the healing touch on a stubborn wound, the ancient remedy for a scratchy throat. Honey, in its humble, sticky sweetness, is woven into the tapestry of our daily lives. So next time you drizzle honey on your toast, remember the incredible journey it has taken from a flower to a bee, then from the hive to your home.